Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about working from home. Now, obviously with the massive COVID-19 outbreak, a lot of you are being asked to work from home, and I know initially you're like, yes, I get to work from home. But when you've actually got to do that every single day for a number of weeks, it can get a little bit daunting. And I wanted to make this video because I have been working from home for myself since July last year. So I have tried and tested tips that I'd like to share with you. First one, I've already done a video on this. So you can go and watch it here or down here. And that is creating a morning routine. It is so key for the success of your day. So if you have a structured morning routine, which is pretty much the same thing every morning, it will help you flow into your day. And I've tried this and it is working for me at the moment, so hopefully it could work for you as well. So that's just a little, like, for a rundown of what my video is like. Get up, exercise. Obviously going to the gym is not really an option at the moment with having to self-quarantine or self-isolate. So if you can actually try and find a space in your house where you could do a little bit of exercise, I think, 20 minutes minimum, and then, whatever, if you want to do more than that. But yeah, you want to get that 20 minutes in because you want to get your body releasing endorphins. So I would say get up, exercise, obviously eat, or eat after the exercise potentially. And then using the time where you would have commuted to focus in on you. So reading or listening to a podcast or something educational that can help you be a better person. That way, that really does motivate you to crack on with your day, rather than if you just wake up, open your laptop up straight away and slouch in the bed like that. You're not going to feel productive, and you can only get away with doing that for so long before your employer might start noticing that you're not doing as much work and things like that. So yeah, definitely get a morning routine is my number one tip. And here's the video down. I've linked the video down here so you can see what I actually do for my morning routine. So my second tip is, like I just said, if you can include exercise into your morning routine or into any part of your day. If it's not going to be part of your morning routine, then please try and get just a little bit of exercise in. And if that means going for a run or a brisk walk or walking to the shop, or even just doing that booty busting video in your living room, then I would very much advise that you do so, because even though we're trying to keep healthy by keeping away, we also need to make sure that we are fit and healthy if we were to catch something, that we could fight it off. So that includes eating well and exercising. So the first thing I did when my Thailand holiday got called off is I binged on chocolate. But really it's not, it's okay to have chocolate, but obviously it's not great to binge on bad food, because then you aren't as healthy as others, so you might not be able to fight off the coronavirus if you were to catch it as much. So my third point is what I've already said as well. God, I said everything in the first point basically. Using the time where you would have commuted for you. And I'm being serious. So if it usually takes you an hour to get ready in the morning and half an hour to get to work, and that's an hour and a half that you could get back for you. And then if you do that again, so say you commute for half an hour on the way home, then that's 2 hours. That's minimum as well. I know a lot of people do commute a lot more than that. Then that's time that you can use to better yourself. I've seen a lot of fantastic things online at the moment, people learning German, French, Spanish in this spare time that they've now got. And I advise that you do this regardless of whether you're working from home or not. It's really important to have that time for you where you can literally just focus your mind, if that's meditating, visualization, or literally just reading a book, listening to a podcast. Or I wouldn't really recommend just watching TV because it's not really productive, and you want to be productive in those key hours in the morning. So yeah, I would advise doing something like that will be educational or will help you in some way or make you a better person. So I usually listen to podcasts about mindset in the morning, or I listen to read my mindset book just to help me think, right, this is what I need to do, I need to just go and do it. So yeah, that's my third tip. Now my fourth tip is something that I rave about all the time, and that is to keep a journal. Now these are my life my saviour. So whenever I've got stuff on, I do like my weekly to-do lists and put like my weekly to-do list, and then obviously I put them into dailies, and I basically just write everything down. So I've got like a whole page for like mind dumps. So when you're in the house and you're thinking about, right, okay, I can see that skirting board needs a clean, I'm going to hoover that in a minute. Instead of actually getting up and hoovering, write it down, write the idea down, and then come back to it later. So that you try and mind dump all your thoughts onto a piece of paper rather than just getting up and doing them, and then you're actually being counterproductive because you're not actually doing the job that you're supposed to be doing. You're mixing it with loads of other stuff, and multitasking actually isn't effective at all. So yeah, you want to try and just mind dump all the stuff that's coming to the forefront of your brain while you're trying to work onto a piece of paper. And this comes on to my 5th point, which is to allocate some time to procrastinate. Now, in work, obviously, you're not going to do this, and you might have a lunch hour where you can like sort of chill out and stuff. But it's quite nice to have an hour or half an hour set out in your daily plan where you're just going to procrastinate. So all that stuff that you put on a mind dump earlier, you've allocated some time to do that later on so that you don't feel guilty about doing it when you should be working, because you kind of like allocated that space. Say at 2 o'clock, you've allocated an hour to do everything on your mind dump. Then, you know, say you usually finish at 4, then you just kind of finish at 5. So it's giving you that sort of guilt-free ticket to actually procrastinate and not have to feel guilty about it, and not have to multitask and get sidetracked and be like aimlessly procrastinating. Because I know sometimes when you're procrastinating, you aren't actually doing anything productive at all. You're just like flicking through your phone and things like that. And yeah, it's really good to just say, okay, you know, I've got to really adapt to the fact that I am working from home and there is a lot of stuff to do in the house as well. So prioritising work, but then also giving yourself the opportunity to do some of these things that you do want to do around the house. Because why not? I mean, the beauty of working from home is that you can do that. And I think sometimes people are like, oh, I saw so-and-so is working from home, but I saw them in the gym midday. But I think, what the hell's wrong with that? Like, as long as you're making up the hours, like, let people have a work-life balance if they're working from home. Isn't that the whole point of working from home? Like, surely you're not just working from home to literally just be in the office. Isn't it supposed to be a perk where you can have a work-life balance? Number 6 sounds a bit obvious, but sometimes when you're at home and you know that there's a readily available kitchen and all the food in that kitchen is owned by you, you eat it and you get fat, or you get unhealthy, or you eat too many snacks and you're just thinking like, this isn't good. So my advice is to drink lots of water when you're working from home, especially when you're not really speaking to anybody and, you know, you're not going for those regular tea breaks with your colleagues, or, you know, sometimes when you're sat in a communal space, people are like, oh, anyone want water? Anyone want tea? And you might not be that person that always gets the tea and water, so you're actually not drinking as much as you would be if you were in the office. But it just is so, I don't need to tell you the benefits of water, but it does help you concentrate and does help you keep hydrated throughout the day, and stops you from that snacking that most people do find themselves doing when they start working from home, because the food's there. It's there, the biscuits. If you've got biscuits bought in for the kids, you'll probably eat them because they're there and you're not in work. So drink plenty of water. Now my 7th point is to use the Pomodoro technique, or it could be Pomodoro technique. And this is just a simple technique where you will focus for 25 minutes straight. So the easiest way to do this is put on go on YouTube and type in like song and play it so it's only got 25 minutes, go on YouTube and type in music for focusing, and then make sure you find one that's about 25 minutes long and play that while you're trying to work. Make sure that it doesn't have too many lyrics and anything like that, just so it's really chilling or calming and makes you focus. And then after the 25 minutes, you give yourself a 5-minute break. So this just allows the brain to concentrate, but know that it's going to be rewarded at the end of that 5-minute break. So maybe you could go have a cup of tea on the first break, and then in the second break, you could just go down and get some water. sit on your phone for 5 minutes, but yeah, really focus for 25 and off for 5, and just see if you can do that a couple times a day, and you might find that you do more work in that 25 minutes than you do all day, which is sometimes my issue. But my 8th point then is apps on your phone to help you concentrate. So I've got this app called Flora. Now when you go onto Flora, it will, it's like growing a forest, and basically what you do, you put 25 minutes on the clock on your phone. This is purely now, so this point should be, you know, cut down on your personal phone usage. So this app will start running 25 minutes, and if you flick off the app to text someone back, you get a notification like your tree is dying, so you're like literally killing trees if you don't go back on it, and then you go back on it and then the time starts ticking again, and then once the 25 minutes is over, you have a new tree in your forest. And you can do this with friends, so you can have competitions of like who's got so many trees. It's just to limit your mobile phone usage. So something that I do a lot is I will put my phone in my glove box in my car outside, and don't even think about robbing my car, because I don't always do this, so I don't want to just smash my car for no reason. And plus I only do it for about 25 minutes. But it's just a good way to mentally know that you cannot use your phone for 25 minutes because it's locked outside in the car. Or yeah, stick it in, I usually stick it in one of my kitchen cupboards as well. So yeah, they're my main tips. I am happy to speak to anybody if they're really struggling with this, because I know that people like going to the office, and yeah, I've never been an office type of gal, so I love working from home and I love working on my own quite a lot. So let me know in the comments if you want me to give you any advice, and I'll be happy to do so. But yeah, just make sure you stay safe, and if you've been told to self-isolate or to distance yourself, please do it. Please do it, because you've got that incubation period where you might feel great, but you're actually infected and you're giving it to your mum and dad and your grandmas and grandpas, and effectively, you know, it's not good news. So stay safe, guys, and I hope you liked this video.